Every F1 fan at the EMILIA-Romagna Grand Prix had their eyes on Red Bull on whether or not the team could bounce back from yet another car retirement by Max Verstappen 2 weeks earlier in Australia. And as most expected, Red Bull delivered, getting back to their winning ways with a 1-2 finish by Verstappen and Perez as the tides shifted for Ferrari, who felt the pressure and dropped the ball, with Leclerc shunting at the end of the race, wasting the team some valuable points. Is this the break that Red Bull have been waiting for? And is Ferrari now feeling pressure from Red Bull now that the team has the best car on the grid? Stick around to find out. Fans expected every team across the grid to make a substantial amount of upgrades to their cars coming into Imola. However, Ferrari made it public that they were foregoing the opportunity, but Red Bull would go ahead with theirs. Christian Horner said after the race that he believes that this played a crucial boost to their 1-2 finish in Imola, saying, "We took a bit of a risk coming into the weekend with a couple of small parts we introduced to the car, which is always tricky when you've only got one session. But both Max and Checo have driven brilliantly this weekend, and that 1-2 finish, all credit to the team for brilliant pit stops and strategy today. But also back in the factory in Milton Keynes, the hard effort and work and picking ourselves up after the disappointment of Australia to come back with a result like that." But what were the specific upgrades Red Bull made coming into the race? Well, one of them is the ongoing weight-saving program that the RB18 has been on, where the team has a target of 10 kilograms of loss by the time the season shifts to Barcelona in 2 races' time. The RB18 had been overweight by 10 kilograms in the past races coming into Imola, and by the time the lights went out at the grid in Imola, the RB18 was at 3 kilograms lighter than its previous versions. A big chunk of their weight loss came from a new set of magnificently engineered brake calipers. The team would also make the RB18 more aerodynamic by adding a winglet in the keel splitter of the car's floor. This part of the floor plays an important role in airflow as it conditions it as it makes its way to the entry of the underbody tunnels. The winglet also brings an additional downforce towards the front of the car for more grip. Horner would admit that coming in with a plethora of upgrades to a car that had to be retired on the previous race was a big gamble, but he believed it was necessary to catch up with Ferrari. Horner would go on to say, "A lot of people said, you shouldn't do that with only one practice session, and we believed in ourselves, and it paid off. I think we were unlucky in Australia a couple of weeks ago, but we came within 1 point of a maximum score here this weekend, so it's a great fight back. It was quite a stressful race on the pit wall because of the changing conditions, and there is a lot that can go wrong in those situations." Currently, Red Bull only trails Ferrari by 11 points in the Constructors' Championship, and Ferrari's team principal MATTIA BINOTTO believes that the battle between Ferrari and Red Bull will be nip and tuck throughout the rest of the season, saying, "Certainly Red Bull are strong, and we know that they are developing the cars, but 2 weeks ago we were in Australia with the best car. Today is the opposite. It will be race by race. The balance can change a bit, but again, we had a good package here overall. We were second in the qualifying, second in the wet conditions, and in the dry we had a good sprint. We know that developing will be a key element of the season, no doubt. We know that Red Bull will be very strong. They're coming back, but again, we will review the results of today and move forward." Though Binotto sounds calm and composed after a weekend of mistakes for the team, Helmut Marko believes that Ferrari can be forced into mistakes once under pressure. Originally, Marko admitted that he believed that Red Bull only had an advantage in the development battle against Ferrari, but now he admits that he believes that Ferrari can crack under pressure. As we all know by now, Ferrari's Charles Leclerc was pitted by Ferrari in the last few laps of the race in an effort to track down Sergio Perez for second. Leclerc would put his car into the barrier during his chase and would fall with a 6th-place finish. Many F1 fans were scratching their heads when Ferrari made this call, and to Marko, this is proof that Ferrari can be forced to make mistakes when they're in a desperate situation. Marko was asked after the race if the new upgrades Ferrari will bring to Miami would beat Red Bull. Marko would reply with, "I don't think so, and what we saw was if we put real pressure on, they are making mistakes. You could see it. Leclerc spun him Friday twice, Sainz spun, Leclerc again." As we speak, Ferrari is still ahead on both the Constructors' Championship and the Drivers' Championship. But with getting pole position on both the sprint and on Sunday, plus a 1-2 finish for the Red Bull drivers, it's hard to argue that Red Bull have all the momentum coming into Miami. But what do you think? Are Ferrari now under pressure with how Red Bull dominated in Imola? If so, do you think they will crack under pressure, as Helmut Marko predicts? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to DRS Zone.